Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to the videos. Another paid request, this time from Cryptic Chans. Thank you so much for that, man. And for those interested in requesting any type of videos, topics, reactions, commentaries, reviews, what have you, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And he wanted me to talk about the return of Jafar, the Aladdin sequel that I may be wrong on this, but I think it was the first direct-to-video animated film for Disney. And also, this is a time where Disney was not doing a whole lot of sequels. There was the Rescue Us Down Under, but it wasn't really known for sequels. And then after this, you get a shit ton. Now, this also felt like a precursor to the TV show that would come out, the cartoon. And it definitely has the animation of a TV cartoon. So I can imagine back in the day, like people see Aladdin with great songs, stellar animation. You got Robin Williams on point as a genie, and easily one of Disney's best animated movies. And you come to this, and it's just a lot cheaper. It's a lot shorter. It's a little bit over an hour long. And people are going, what the hell is this? Now, the guy who voiced Aladdin comes back. I think some of the other voices come back. Robin Williams did not come back as the genie, and I think that definitely is felt. Not only because Robin Williams brought that sense of comic energy, but also with his ad-libbing, what he could do, what he could bring to it. Maybe take the material and fix it up. Was a bit lacking in this. Dan Castellaneta voices him, and he's doing the best he can. Dan Castellaneta was the voice of Homer Simpson and many other voices on The Simpsons, and I could definitely... Once in a while he sounded a bit like Homer Simpson. Other times it's an approximation of Robin Williams, and yeah, you can approximate all you want, but it's still not Robin Williams. It's just, okay, you're just trying to be Robin Williams. Just isn't quite as satisfying. And they made this strange decision where a good point of the focus is on Iago the parrot of Jafar, voiced by Gilbert Gottfried. Now, granted, it was nice to... I had never seen this film before, so watching it, it was nice to hear more Gilbert Gottfried because sadly he's passed away. But the way Gilbert Gottfried's voice is, and they even gave him 2 songs, not one but 2 songs to sing, I think a lot of people are not having it. They're going, well, again, why are he giving more of the focus? Why is he getting more dialogue? Why is he getting more songs? Why is he getting more focus? It just, I think a lot of people were a bit turned off with that, and I can't blame them, because Gilbert Gottfried, I enjoy him in supporting roles. He's not really great as more of a focus. Just no disrespect to Gilbert, but that voice you can only hear for so long. So he works better in small dosage of, you know, the character you play in Beverly Hills Cop 2 or The Adventures of Ford Fairlane. Was he in the Problem Child or one of those movies? I can't remember. But Iago somehow got out of the lamp. Jafar wants him to get me out of the lamp too. Iago's like, I'm tired of you talking shit to me. I'm done, son. He wanders off. He's trying to get himself back into the palace. Meanwhile, Aladdin is stopping these jewel thieves, even steals the jewels from the thieves and gives them to the poor. So those thieves are pissed. One of them is voiced by Jason Alexander from Seinfeld. He ultimately finds the lamp, lets Jafar out, and they work together to try to stop Aladdin. Genie comes back after seeing the world, and Dan is trying to do the Robin Williams energy, and is trying to have like all the different visual creativity of what he can and can't do, the different characters he can play. They make a point to say that Genie's power is a bit diminished after he's been free. He still has some power, but it's not as powerful as he was in the first movie. And there are times where the animation feeling a bit cheaper, and it does show its ugly head. Like the voice, when people talk, the syncing is not totally on point. So sometimes they're talking, but the lips are not matching what they're saying as smoothly as it should be. And the songs are just a bit step down. Whether it be Dilbert as Iago, "You time to fly the coop, look it out for me." Or there's a second song he sings to Jasmine about just forget about love, but he's trying to get her to see Aladdin again. It's one of those things that you watch it, you just see the downgrade very prominently. And it feels like a couple episodes of the cartoon just put together. Actually, scratch it. If just more like a pilot to the cartoon. This is a pilot that's set up, the Genie coming back, Iago being part of the group. At the end, they say they don't see the world. And then now into the cartoon show. That's really what this is. It's a glorified pilot. Which I thought was weird that they took care of Jafar like that, because you would think, okay, maybe that's going to be a villain that'll show up from time to time while they have other villains on the show, but maybe they just... And I do see this as well. Get Jafar out of the way is the return of Jafar. And Jafar, at times, sometimes feels like he's barely in it. It's more about Iago and his redemption than the return of Jafar. But in the second half of the film, he does a bit more into prominent play. Just genies can't kill you, but you'd be surprised what you can live with. What you can live through. I don't know why I started that. So, yeah, which is true. That was one of the rules in the first film, that Genie can't kill anyone. But you'd be surprised what you can live through, so... Jafar even has a song. I guess you could argue he had the best song in the movie, because it's a song where he's making fun of the Genie about how much more powerful he is than the Genie. That definitely is the most splendor in visuals, because it's a Jafar showing all these different planes of big and small, and Genie going through all these different tangents, and of all the creativity to put into the visuals, it was that scene and that sequence with Jafar's song. So you just say visually that's the best scene in the movie. For some, I mean, they don't... Aladdin and his pet Abu, of course, don't trust Iago at first. They go a bit back. Understandably so. Iago saves them, but he was really doing it more for himself. But Aladdin takes it, hey, you saved me. I did? Oh, yeah, I did. He doesn't want to tell Jasmine, which was a mistake. It was a stupid thing to keep a secret. But I guess we gotta have some drama. Because then they find out, her and the Sultan, and she's pissed at Aladdin. Aladdin's sad. And then Genie's like, hey, Iago, come on. If you really changed, go fix this. Iago goes to a second song. I guess to do, what's that kind of reverse psychology? Forget about love. Love sucks, blah, blah, blah. But then she falls in love with Aladdin again. Jasmine really has nothing to do in this movie. Like, she has jack shit to do. Even Aladdin at times feels like he barely has stuff to do in this movie. I mean, he steals back the jewels at the beginning of the film. I mean, for some reason, To me, it was a stupid reason to lie to Jasmine. Should have just been upfront with her. It was like drama that wasn't needed, but it's like we gotta stretch the running time. And then Jafar comes in, talks to Iago. Iago is scared of Jafar, so goes back to his ways, but he doesn't want to do it, and tricks Aladdin them to the point where the Sultan and Jasmine are captured. The genie is stuck in this magic ball, so he can't get out. And Aladdin is thrust far away. Just Jafar wants to frame Aladdin for the murder of the Sultan. Because he can't kill anybody, but he's going to let someone else do it for him. But Iago comes in to save the day, get the genie out. The genie saves Aladdin. They deal with Jafar. And once again, it's Iago's show. It's Iago the Parrot show. And I guess that when you see this sequel, if you ever do, or if you have, it depends how you feel about that character. To me, it was more, oh, it was nice to hear Diablo Joffrey and more of him. Because Sally's passed away. It's something I'd never seen before and heard before. Diablo Joffrey definitely brings some energy to the character, and that grumpy antagonistic feel to at least be different among this group in the coming episodes of the show. But at the same time, there is a reason why that character works better as a supporting role compared to more of a lead. Because again, the more you hear that voice, the more it just grates on you. And like I said, Aladdin doesn't feel like he really gets to do a whole lot. The genie, you listen to him, and it's like, okay, he doesn't quite sound right just because it's not Robin Williams. The reason Robin Williams didn't come back is because the way I understand it, Robin Williams did the film, he enjoyed doing Aladdin, but he said, could you please not promote me as much on The Voice, because I got this other film coming out called Toys, and I want to try to put more attention on that because it's a passion project for Barry Levinson and blah blah blah. And Disney had agreed, that's the thing, Disney had agreed. Said, yes, Robin, that's fine. We're going to base it on, the movie, the visuals, the story. But then, boom. Robin Williams is, Robin Williams that, Robin Williams this. And Robin was a bit pissed about that. I said, well, what the fuck? And I don't think that really hurt Toys at all. It's just, I think Toys is an underrated film and just one of those films nobody else liked. So it was going to bomb either way. But Robin was a bit pissed about that because, hey, you lied. This is not the agreement we had. So I'm not going to do shit for you anymore, and I'm not going to do this movie. Now, they did patch things up because he's in the third movie, but the second movie and the TV show was Dan Castellaneta. So as I said, Dan is a good voice actor, and he's doing the best he can, but like I said, it's just, when it's not Robin Williams, it's just not quite the same. And either he's just sounding like one of the other characters he's done on The Simpsons, or once in a blue moon, the Homer Simpson voice comes through, especially if there's a stream or such. Jason Alexander actually didn't do too bad in his voice acting as the goon that Jafar manipulates and to try and get these wishes out of him so he could be free. Yeah, it'd be nice if Aladdin had a bit more to do in his movie. I think Iago being such a focus, I think, was a mistake at the end of the day because, to be honest, a lot of people didn't give a whole lot of shit about that character. Or if they did, it's okay, cute, or maybe funny for a few lines, but for for that much focus. I don't know about that. And like I said, the animation is very much Saturday morning TV quality. Huge downgrade. And the what was I going to say? The animation and the I forgot what the hell I was going to say. At the end of the day, though, I would never watch this film again. But it was only a little over an hour long. I say it was nice to hear Gilbert Gottfried. May you rest in peace. It was harmless. You know, it wasn't forcing shit jokes, fart jokes, any of that stupid stuff in there. You do get Jafar being destroyed. So it's not just something is accomplished. You know, Jafar is destroyed at the end of the day. Where Iago kicks the lamp into this lava. Yeah, at the end of the day, it just kind of forgettable. I guess if you want to see more of Aladdin and you're curious about it, you could do a lot worse. It's harmless and it's short. And that's really the best thing I could say about it. So, if you really, really like the characters and you want to see more of them, I mean, it was nice enough to see that, sure. But again, the songs not being that great, and again, if you don't like Gilbert Gottfried Iago, then you're definitely not going to like this. So, definitely a strange decision to make that more of the prominence. Wonder what the factor was in that. But with that said, thanks for watching. Take care, and we will see you later.